But how do you know what her intentions were?
Because
how do you know that?
Well, I think. And I think that the problem was that the kid being part of it should have made her back up. So I definitely think that she was wrong in that situation. But I think that Melody cleverly rephrased the argument to get it off of her and directly onto the child. She made it seem like all Wanda's anger was directed at the child, when I don't believe that was the case.
If her thought process is, you talking about baby daddies, we talking about baby daddies. But I'm saying that there's another step when you have children. You take the next step and say, you know what? I'll let that be. I'll talk something else. I'll say something else, even if I feel like it indirectly affects children.
I think for me, it's one of those things where you guys went to town on Tiffany and Whitlow and spoke about Monster vaping, right?
There was no question about that.
Right. Everybody was on the same page that Tiffany was wrong in that. And to the point where the fans attacked Tiffany on social media. It seems like you guys are making excuses.
Who's
Not
you
at
guys?
Well,
Not at
that's
all.
the thing, because
Who's you
I'm
guys?
saying everyone on the stage.
No,
How do you
not at
figure?
all.
I'm saying in terms of the energy that we had last season about the reunion, where it was about Monster, I felt that everybody was like, you know what, that was wrong. I'm telling you guys right now, I don't feel that same energy.
No, I think it's 100%
no.
wrong.
No. Let me speak for Kimmy.
Okay.
I've gotten into issues with Tisha because I think her mother does things that are out of order. And I think that was out of order. And in all honesty, I think this is a backpedal. I don't think it has anything to do with Martell and this Dr. Heavenly conversation. I think it has to do with just common rumors that are just out there in the public and on social media, period. I think that was too far.
I'm a little surprised, and not in a good way, that it isn't black and white in terms of an innocent child was brought up. And I think, listen, shade is shade. When you guys throw shade at each other, it's funny. That's fair exchange of shade. We know that kids are off limits. And one thing I will say, you know, me and Marcel had an off-camera conversation around season 2 when Martell apologized to MJ.
Your dad and I, we had a conversation about some things that I had mentioned, and you got wind of it, about like the 20 girlfriends or something like that I mentioned. You know, that was just something I was just saying. So, you know, none of that is true. That's just something I just said just to get under the skin at the time, okay? All right, so we good?
Yes, sir.
All right.
You called me and said, when it comes to kids, I don't want my kids involved in scenes to where I'm not privy to. I said to him, I feel so bad that I did something as a grown adult that involved your minor child, and that should never happen again. And I was passionate about that, and I'm not a parent. And I'm a little disappointed that that same passion is not happening on the stage.
I told my mom she was wrong.
Tisha, in all fairness, it took you a minute to answer it. Well, I guess she was wrong, but. And I think that's the part that it seems to be unfortunate, is what I'm trying to say. What are you thinking right now?
You're making some very good points.
Her intention was to talk about